Paper or plastic? Does your speaker baffle material really make a difference in how your car sounds? Does it affect mid-bass? Does thinner material make your speakers sound like shit? Let's take a look and find out. What's up, podheads? Today I'm going to try to test yet another myth about speaker pods. That speaker pods are made of really flimsy plastic and it's going to kill your mid-bass. The materials I'm using are a 1-inch high-density fiberboard and our 1/8 inch ABS plastic that the speaker pods are made out of. Now keep in mind, this is an actual worst case scenario since this plastic doesn't have any form or feature to it to keep it from flexing at all. Compare that to our speaker pods that are designed to have forms and ridges in it to increase rigidity. The speaker I chose for the testing is a Sundown Audio SA 6.5M. The reason I chose this speaker is it has a huge X-Max and takes gobs of power. I took all these measurements at 6, 25, and 100 watts to see how increasing the power and the stroke of the speaker would affect the output and the frequency response measurements. The first thing we'll look at is the low power 6-watt measurement comparison between the wood and the plastic. The wood measurement's in red and the plastic measurement's in blue. Notice that the two lines damn near overlap. They are so close, almost identical. There are a couple big gaps here, and if we zoom in, we can see that the difference is less than 1 decibel of difference. Now we'll skip over the 25-watt measurement and go straight for the high power measurement. Again, this line's almost overlap. Red is the wood and blue is the plastic. They are so close, and if we zoom in, this large difference looks large, but still it is less than 1 decibel difference between the plastic and the wood. Well, Brandon, what about the distortion? Let's take a look. Again, this is the high power 100 watt full stroke of that damn speaker at 100 watts. Distortion between the two, almost identical. If we zoom in to find the biggest difference between the two, it's less than 1%. I ain't gonna split hairs over 1%. Now I did one more test just to see if I could get any sort of difference between the two. I hung the plastic off the side of my box, and comparing the plastic and the wood hung off the side of the box, basically the speaker is floating in free air trying to move that material. Barely any difference between the two. The only time you see a difference is up here at 400 hertz, and to be honest, I think any difference you see here is the resonances coming off the back waves of the speaker bouncing off the box. And distortion of these two measurements, same story, man. It's almost identical. So how is this even possible? I'll tell you. Inertia. So what's happening here is the weight of the speaker is much greater than the force applied by the movement of the speaker cone. Basically what you're trying to do is blow a car down the road. So a heavier speaker will reduce the motion a lot more than, say, a Neo speaker. But most Neo speakers that you find still have a little bit of weight to them, and most Neo speakers that I've seen, at least, that are lightweight aren't true mid-bass speakers, and they're not going to have that much X-Max to really affect this anyway. So I know it's only 2 data points, but I feel those materials are different enough that it kind of proves that speaker baffle material really doesn't affect your performance of your speakers all that much. I'm Brandon from Custom Speaker Pods, hoping you have a better stereo. Peace.